In the previous podcast, we discussed how to communicate the value of urban forests and why that communication is essential for gaining support. Today, we're taking the next step: advocacy. Because understanding value is one thing, turning that understanding into action, funding, and policy support is another. Advocacy is how urban forestry programs grow, evolve, and sustain themselves over time. Let's start with a key idea. Advocacy is not just about promotion. It is about influencing decisions. Urban forestry programs depend on decisions made by city officials, planners, policymakers, and the public. These decisions determine funding levels, program priorities, and long-term strategy. Advocacy helps ensure that trees are part of those decisions. Now let's talk about why advocacy matters. Urban forestry competes with many other priorities. Transportation, housing, public safety, and infrastructure all require funding and attention. Without strong advocacy, trees can be overlooked, even though they provide essential benefits. Now let's consider what advocacy looks like in practice. It may involve presenting information to city councils, developing reports that demonstrate the benefits of urban trees, working with planners to integrate trees into development projects, or collaborating with community groups to build public support. Now let's talk about messaging. Effective advocacy requires clear and compelling messages. These messages should connect urban forestry to broader goals. For example, reducing urban heat, improving public health, managing stormwater, enhancing economic development. When urban forestry is linked to these priorities, it becomes more relevant to decision makers. Now let's consider data. Data strengthens advocacy. Quantifying benefits, such as energy savings or stormwater reduction, provides evidence. This makes arguments more persuasive. Now let's talk about partnerships. Advocacy is more effective when it involves multiple voices. Environmental organizations, community groups, public health advocates, and others can support urban forestry initiatives. Partnerships expand influence. Now let's consider timing. Advocacy is often most effective when aligned with planning cycles. For example, during budget planning or policy development. Understanding when decisions are made allows arborists to engage at the right time. Now let's talk about consistency. Advocacy is not a one-time effort. It requires ongoing communication and engagement. Building support takes time. Now let's connect this to professional roles. Urban foresters and arborists often serve as advocates. They provide expertise, communicate value, and help guide decisions. Their role extends beyond technical work. Now let's connect this to urban forestry outcomes. Strong advocacy leads to better funding, stronger policies, and more effective programs. It helps ensure that trees are considered in urban planning and development. For the ISA Urban Forest Professional exam, focus on advocacy concepts. You should understand the role of advocacy in urban forestry, how advocacy influences policy and funding, the importance of clear messaging and data, and the role of partnerships. Questions may involve identifying strategies to promote urban forestry programs. Advocacy is how urban forestry moves forward. It turns knowledge into action, and it ensures that trees are not just managed but prioritized. In the next podcast, we'll continue by exploring program funding and budgeting, and how urban forestry programs secure and manage financial resources. You've been listening to the Arborist-podcast. Our goal is to grow our collective knowledge, one domain at a time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us keep this momentum. Until next time, let's keep growing this community together.